to do is open it up to some networking rooms. So I'm excited for you guys to get to know one another. You guys are going to make new friends. Here's how it's going to work. I'm going to put you in these breakout rooms. Okay. And you'll join these breakout rooms. You'll be in those rooms for about 12 minutes. In those minutes, I'd like for you to share, by the way, are these mirrored for you guys? Can you read these? Or are these backwards? If they're backwards, say backwards in the chat. These words right here in my virtual background. Is it backwards or no? Oh, it's in the right order. Okay. Perfect. Okay, great. It's backwards for me, which is like super weird. Okay, someone says I cannot see all the words. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna read it right now. But basically, what I want you guys to do in these breakout rooms is to tell me your name, to tell me your LinkedIn. It is backwards on LinkedIn. Yeah, I got to figure that out. Your LinkedIn URL, so that way you can connect with each other and talk to each other more, right? Your location, where are you located, your current title, a fun fact about yourself, and why you came. So for example, I would say my name is Avery Smith. I'd have to open up my LinkedIn to get my right file here. Let's take a look. Boom. Right there. Let's see. That's my LinkedIn. I would tell you guys the location. I'm in Linden, Utah. My current title is founder at Data Career Jumpstart. A fun fact about me is I'm doing an Ironman this year, which is like you swim a mile and then you bike 56 and then you run a half marathon. So I'm doing that in May. It's my fun fact. And why I came is to meet all of you guys and hang out with you guys. So that's kind of what I want you guys to do, a little brief overview in these little breakout rooms. So I'll go ahead and split up those breakout rooms right now. And what I'm targeting size-wise is, let me remind myself, is I think about 6 people per room. Looks like we have about 70 people. So we'll do about 12 rooms or something like that. Let's see, 17 rooms. Okay. And wow, this is so interesting how this, I don't know how Google Meet works with these breakout rooms, but we're going to go ahead and do it. So what should pop up is something on your screen that should say, like, go into the breakout room. You'll click on that. We're going to put a timer on these for about 12 minutes. So that's how long you should have. After those 12 minutes, it will bring you back to the main call. I will probably come peer on you guys and try to say hello to some of you guys. If I do come in your room, don't panic. Just keep the conversation going. I'm just there to listen. So no stress at all. If you run out of things to talk about, I'm sure you'll find something good to keep talking about and just like talk about what's been the best resource for you in your data journey, what would you suggest, stuff like that. If you end up in a room by yourself, come back to the main room and I'll try to figure it out. Okay. Sound good? Let's go ahead and do these breakout rooms right now. I'm going to open them. And like I said, they will be open for 12 minutes. And I will see you guys back here in 12 minutes. Bye, everyone. Click on your screen somewhere. It should say go to the breakout room. On LinkedIn and YouTube, I am understanding that you guys cannot hear the audio. I don't know why that's the case. If that's the case, if you're on YouTube or you're on LinkedIn, come join us in the Google Meet. The link should be in the description for you guys to join. Let's take a look. Make sure I haven't missed anyone. Okay. Breakout rooms. Great. Elroy, did you see the breakout room that you were assigned to?
Sorry, I got disconnected a minute ago. So,
okay, let me see if I can throw you in a room here. Let's take a look.
Thank you.
Okay, I just added you to a room, I think. So you should be good. Hi, Mikiez. We just went into breakout rooms, so I'm going to throw you in a breakout room here. Ready? Let's see. Okay, and let's take a look. Should pop up on your screen now. Do you see it? You can click. Okay, perfect. Hey, Ben, we just broke out into breakout rooms.
Okay, sounds good.
So I'm going to try to toss you in one. Let me see. Okay, it's going to be kind of crowded in this room, but here
No
you
worries.
go. Okay, let's
Cool.
go ahead and throw you in. Okay, it's safe. Okay, it should pop up now on your screen.
Cool. Yeah, I see it. Thanks so
Okay.
much.
Yep, no problem. Okay, so once again, if you're on LinkedIn or YouTube, hopefully you guys can see me now. Come join the Google Meet. It's absolutely free. Okay, great. And I'm going to go to some breakout rooms and meet some people. Let's take a look. Hello. We just broke out into some breakout rooms. So I will assign you to a breakout room where you can meet some people.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. This room's going to be a little crowded, but it's the only one I can put you in. So let me save that, and it should pop up on your screen now.
Oh,
Hi, everyone.
hello.
Hey guys, just keep talking though. I'm just here to watch, so don't stress about it. So whoever's talking, just keep going.
Brandon, Rihanna?
Do you want to go, Brandon, or?
I can go, sure.
Okay.
So my name is Brandon. I am located in Tampa. I was a senior analyst at a pharmaceutical firm. I'm here to network and just see what's out there. And fun fact, I once ate a pound of bacon when it was 3.
Wow.
Okay, so it's my turn now. So hi, I'm Anna, and I'm from New York. I moved from the Philippines to New York, so I'm currently in New York. And my current work is my current role is sales and inventory assistant. And then fun fact about me, I can twist my tongue like this, like that. And then why am I here? Same as the others, I want to go into the tech. So I have an experience back home. I was an ERP consultant for 10 years, but then when I moved here to the United States, I had a hard time entering the tech. So I thought of joining Avery's boot camp. Yeah, there. And I want to break into data analyst.
Sweet. Yeah. You just joined this like last week, like two days ago or something, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Awesome.
And
How's it been?
Actually, I'm seeing a lot of improvements. Today, I received 2 invites from the recruiters. I'm going to have an interview next week.
Ooh.
The only thing that I did was I just finished the module 1. So I'm still doing the module 2.
Oh man.
It's really, yeah.
That's what we like to hear. We just redoing, basically working on your LinkedIn and that's great. So glad to hear it. That's we like to have fast results. We don't always get them, but that's so good to hear. I'm so happy for you, Anna. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay, awesome. Who's next?
Everyone else went.
Yeah, it's already done.
Oh no, I missed all of you guys. Okay. Well, that's fine. So let me just quickly get a pulse on the room. Are you guys, so Brandon, sounds like you've had a data job. Anna, you're kind of looking. What about the rest of you 3? Are you guys looking, or are you guys in the data field already?
Yeah, so I'm personally still looking. I'm more looking for machine learning engineering specifically. The thing is, I'm mostly self-taught, but I'm also still in school.
Awesome. How about you, Nancy and Rebecca?
Well, I work in healthcare right now, and I'm thinking about breaking into tech, into data analytics. I'm still not 100%. I'm kind of researching what it's like and what it entails, and there's all kinds of sources out there. It's a bit overwhelming too sometimes, but kind of looking to get into it.
Okay, awesome. It's definitely overwhelming, and I'm glad you're doing your research before jumping in. That's really
Yeah.
smart. How about you, Nancy?
I mean, my background is graphic design and marketing, but I'm looking to break into another industry, which is data analysis. And I took like a few free courses last year, but it was like back in April. So I'm looking to like really dive into it this year and hopefully transition and find something way better than where I am. So yeah.
Awesome.
I'm doing it. Yeah. I've been listening to your podcast and it's great also. Like it's great help.
Good. I'm so glad to hear that. I'm glad it's a good resource. It's been fun. I just recorded an episode today and an episode yesterday. And this episode that's coming up is like so funky. And I don't want to spoil it, but I felt so weird recording it. It's very different from any episode we've done. So you'll see it coming out. Crap, when is it coming out? I think late January. Anyways, it's a weird episode, to be honest. So you'll see it soon. Okay, great. So I guess
I have a quick question. Do you
go
have
ahead.
students outside the US that have break into tech?
Oh, do I help people outside the US? Was that your question?
Yeah.
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 So in the boot camp, we have people from all over the world. I can't remember the exact amount of countries. I think it's like 33 or something like that. So it is quite a few. I will say that I don't help people land jobs in different countries. So like if you're in a certain country, it's my belief that it's easiest to break into data inside of that country, because landing a job in a different country is a whole battle unto itself with a bunch of complexities. So I don't teach how to, like, for instance, if you're in, let's just say you're in Great Britain, I don't teach you how to like land a job in the UK. A lot of the principles that I teach about landing a job would be applicable in Canada or whatever, right? Whatever country you're trying to immigrate to. But it's just too complex. There's like two behemoths to try to tackle at once. So we don't try to cover that. If you listen to the podcast, what I refer people to is to go listen to, I think it's episode like 87. It's with Daniel Botero, and it's how to land a job in the US as an immigrant. So that's only like one focus of like landing a job in the US. And obviously there's a bunch of other countries. So that's just an example of like how it's too big. But we have students from the Philippines. We have students from the UK. We have students from Africa, mostly South Africa. Students in Australia who have landed jobs through the program, and Canada. US and Canada are the biggest for sure, though. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, awesome. I'm actually curious to hear, those of you guys that are breaking in, what's been your biggest struggle so far, and what's been the biggest help to you?
So personally, my biggest struggle is trying to network and get to know people. I think personally right now, I think I have all the technical skills I could need, like data analysis, data science, and the machine learning engineering. But specifically in actually like landing and trying to like get someone to notice, it's been quite hard. The thing is, I've already taken quite a lot of self-education, and I'm of course doing school, but when I finish school and finish all this portfolio work, I do eventually want to go into the role. So I've been mainly trying to network and go out there and put myself out there.
Anything that you guys have found networking wise that's been helpful? I'll maybe give my 2 cents. I know it's weird when I'm in the room, so I apologize. But for me, like, I think coming to these events is great. Did you guys grab each other's LinkedIn yet? Did you guys get each other's LinkedIn?
Yeah.
put the LinkedIn. Yeah, make sure you guys connected with each other because this is ending in 29 seconds. The 12 minutes goes fast. But for me, LinkedIn is like such a powerful way to network because no matter where you're at in the world, it expands so many opportunities. So really, and it's super uncomfortable because I know most people aren't into social media, but making posts on LinkedIn and comments on LinkedIn. If you're not ready to post, just commenting on LinkedIn alone can really grow your network. So that's probably a word I would go, and Anna can say that's what we talk about in the boot camp. So nice to meet you guys. I'll see you back in the room. All right. Please make sure you are on mute when we're back in the main room all together. Love to know. Not enough time. Not enough time. It's hard to know the right amount of time. So let me write that down. We'll probably do, maybe we'll expand it to 15 minutes for this next one. I'd love to know in the chat in the bottom right-hand corner what you guys thought. What were your thoughts about the networking? Who did you meet? What did you learn? What's one takeaway that you guys had in the chat? Go ahead and let me know who you met. And a bit awkward, of course. That's how the networking sometimes, that's for sure, is it can be networking. Someone had a superpower. I want to hear about the superpower. Good mix of people in our group of experience and newbies. It's cool to meet people with different backgrounds. Very international group. Definitely have international people. Really to have met other parts of the world. Everyone was extremely nice and forthcoming information. Great connections. Awesome. There was a rock star in my group. Diverse backgrounds, good responses, lots of nice people. Actually started connecting with a couple of others. Awesome. Learned about new app to help get better at SQL and Python. Awesome. Sweet. That sounds great. We're going to go ahead and do that again. So I'm going to shuffle the rooms. I'm going to set up the breakout rooms again. We're going to shuffle them. So hopefully you're in different people. This is done by an algorithm, by Google. So if it doesn't work, you can blame Google and don't blame me. Okay. I'll actually shuffle one more time and see how that goes. Okay. The other thing I will say is after you guys go through your name, your LinkedIn URL, location, all that good stuff, make sure that you don't have to just skip to the next person. You can say like, oh, that's really cool. And you can put it in the chat. You can unmute yourself, whatever. Just make sure, because it is nerve-wracking, introducing yourselves. And so I just want to make sure all of you guys feel welcome. Okay, great. I think we should go ahead and start this again. I'm setting up a timer. This time it will be I'll give you guys, how about this? I'll give you guys 3 extra minutes, 15 minutes. Well, what's that going to take us to? Hold on. If we do 15 minutes, that's going to be 40. You know what? I'll give you guys 17 minutes. No, I'll give you guys 16. We'll meet in the middle right there, 16. Okay. And I'll go ahead and open those up. You should see them pop up on your screen and you can join. Oh, hey, I will be right back, everyone. I just need to make sure that everyone else is in the other room. So I'll be right back.
Does anyone have the questions? I think
it was like name, title, LinkedIn, and fun fact.
Yeah.
So I can get started if you guys like. So my name is Julio Espinoza. That's my name. I'm actually based out in Maryland, and
more than 4 years of experience as a BI developer. So in that time period, I worked on Power BI and databases. So
yeah, I'll go next. So hi guys, nice to meet you all. So I'm Malishwari. So I had my graduation in data analytics 2 years back. So I'm into
don't know where to start. But I graduated with a bachelor's of arts in anthropology because I went into school as a math major. All the way up until high school, math was really my strong suit. So I always had a very analytical mind frame with the way that I approached setting.
I'm a credit data analyst. I work with I was I would stop working with Covestro this month. It was a contract role. So I'm currently in the job market trying to find another position.
LinkedIn in the chat, and I'm in Arizona. I'm currently a student of information technology. Incidentally, I just completed the Google Data Analyst certification not too long ago. So now I'm working.
Hi, Avery.
Hi guys, I'm back. How's it going?
Good. Yeah.
Okay.
We're just starting to
Great. Has
to
anyone
visit
gone
each other,
yet?
Yeah. Actually, we put in the chat some of our information. Yeah.
Okay, sweet. Let me see if I can see. So I see Spencer's information in the chat. Hi, Spencer. How's it going? Good to see you. Okay, sweet. Yep, gotcha. How about the rest of you guys? I'd love to hear from you guys, Leslie, Michael, Rahul, Alejandro.
Hi. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Michael. You can call me Michael. I'm located in Toronto. And then I'm trying to break into the data analytics field. That's why I joined this networking activity. Yeah, and one fun fact, I think, I can say I once did a 5-kilometer open water swim.
Oh wow, very cool.
Yeah, actually, I think I did. I commented on one of your posts about doing an Ironman. Yeah, I did. Or I think already did 3 races. Yeah.
Oh wow,
Before.
congratulations.
Thanks. Yeah, and I congratulate you on doing the feats because first most important thing is take the courage to take the first step. Yeah.
That's awesome, Michael. And what's been the hardest part about the breaking into data right now so far?
Yeah, actually, I'm trying to still to learn the things or to learn the tools about data career because I'm currently studying right now, and then I was quite hesitant into doing the data analytics part, but surprisingly, I love it, and then I learned Python, and then I'm starting to learn SQL now. Yeah, through Alex Feber's channel, and then thinking of maybe taking a boot camp. We'll see. We'll see.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's a great
Yeah.
start. Yeah, that's very cool. Okay. Awesome. Thanks for sharing, Michael. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Leslie,
Thank you. Yeah.
would love to hear from you. I saw you were on mute. Sorry.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yep, again.
So my name is Leslie Matthews. I'm currently in data and analytics. I guess that term is used kind of broadly, but I work at a bank and I look at our customers' data and try to find ways that we can sell them, or I can share with bankers ways to sell them more stuff. So I primarily use SQL, a little bit of SAS, a little bit of Tableau as I guess the tools, and Excel, of course. And I've been doing this for a few years. And I joined your networking event, or I followed you on LinkedIn for a while, and I like your content. And one of these days I'll get around to doing like the boot camp just so that I can round off some of my skills a little bit. But my company's going through some restructuring, and so I just want to network and explore other opportunities in other places. And I guess a fun fact about me is that I'm always trying different diets. So right now, I for a while I was totally vegan. Then I went the complete opposite direction and went totally carnivore. And right now for New Year's, I'm doing no sugar, no white stuff like bread, rice, um, and pasta. None of that stuff for a little bit, and I'm seeing how it goes and how I feel.
Sweet.
That's it.
Hey, that's awesome. I just did about a quarter. I wasn't perfect. I tried my very best. I only ate fruit, vegetables, meat, sweet potato, and rice for about 4 months. October through December. And it was awesome. I felt great. It was really good. But now I'm trying to restructure and make it a little bit more sustainable. So anyways, that's awesome, Leslie. And where are you based out of?
I'm in New York.
Cool. Awesome. New York or upstate?
New York, Queens.
That's awesome. Sweet. I just got back from New York in December. Such a fun place to be. So
Yeah, it's nice during the holidays.
yeah, super fun. We went there basically to like just see what it was like during Christmas. It was awesome. So okay, awesome. Thanks for joining. How about you, Rahul? I would love to hear from you.
Yeah, hi. So hi everyone. So I'm Rahul. So I work as a data scientist. I worked on developing AutoML solutions, and also I worked on mostly developing ML and NLP based systems during my intern and also my previous work experiences. So most of my work is based on model development and deployment in productions. So currently I'm looking forward for new opportunities. So I thought this would be a nice platform for me to connect with data professionals across. So one fun fact about me is it's like I enjoy playing games. It's like not a single game. It's like I play a game for 1 week or 2 weeks and then change the game. Like I play badminton sometimes, I play squash sometimes, then I go play snooker for a week. It's like I enjoy playing outdoor games and also indoor games. I play cricket. That's from my side. So it's I feel this it's an opportunity for me to meet with like-minded professionals and discuss more with the projects they do work and try to upskill myself in the field of DS.
Sweet. That's awesome. If you don't mind giving, we have people from all different backgrounds. If you don't mind giving like I know it's hard, but like a 1 to 2 sentence summary of a term you use the term auto ML. I'd love for you to just kind of explain what that is in like.
I've worked on developing an automated machine learning platform enterprise application. So where people from different domains can directly use that application, where they can load the data set and they'll get the insights of the data of insights of all the data, and they can deploy the models, and we'll give the what kind of we do the hyper techniques, and we give them the best model available for based on the data we have they provide to us. So we have worked on developing the tool enterprise application.
Perfect. Yeah, exactly. It's basically like when you're trying to build a machine learning model, usually to predict or classify something, you usually have like a couple of different techniques, maybe between 10 to 20 different techniques you want to check out and see maybe what algorithm works best. And AutoML basically does all of the hard work for you, builds all of the 15 to 10 models or whatever. And then it's like, oh yeah, this one's the best because of this, or this one's good at this. And that's awesome that you worked on that. So very cool, Rahul. Thanks for saying hi and attending. I'm going to move to Alejandro. Alejandro, tell us if you're available, a little bit about yourself. You're on mute, by the way, Alejandro, if you're still, yeah, perfect.
I've been having issues with my internet. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. My name's Alejandro Sanchez. I go by Alex. I'm based out of Fort Worth, Texas, right next to Dallas. I've been a high school math teacher for 11 years. And interesting fact is I had my second boy, which is it's a little hectic in my house right now. So because my oldest 3-year-old is about to go to his basketball practice. But I came here I've been following you, Avery, for a while. I've been listening to you, and been a couple months that I actually started learning. And yeah, so I wanted to find out more about your bootcamp and network.
Sweet. Well, first off, congratulations on the new kid. That's absolutely incredible. I don't know how any parent has more than one. Honestly, I don't know how any parent has any kids. I just had my first one back in May, and man, she has been sick like I want to say off and on, but really just on since Thanksgiving. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is exhausting. So that's really cool, Alex, that you're doing the two thing. And really cool, you're a teacher. I have like the most respect for teachers. My mom's a teacher. And you guys just do excellent work, and you guys don't get what you deserve. So happy to my number one customer actually in the boot camp is teachers. So happy to steal good teachers from the teaching world, education world, and take them to the dark side of data analytics. Teachers make great data analysts because they're really good learners and they're really good communicators. And that's like half the battle of being a data analyst. So that's super awesome. We love to have teachers in their program, and they make great data analysts. We only have 3 minutes left. One thing, do you guys mind if I just share my screen really fast? So one thing that I'll just show you guys that I talk about, if you guys haven't taken my free webinar, I highly suggest doing it. I talk about this in the free webinar, but earlier today, I found this job. I'll actually send it to you, Alex, since you're in the Fort Worth area. This is what our community looks like inside of the boot camp. And here's our career chat. And I actually posted 2 jobs today. So I found this job today, Alex. It might be useful to you. I found it. And the way I found it, so for any of you guys who are job seekers, what I try to teach my students is instead of going to LinkedIn jobs, come up here to this bar right here and type in hiring and then whatever you're trying to land. So like, for instance, data analyst right here. And this is one of the techniques to get like really fresh opportunities. So you go to hiring data analyst here, you click on posts, you click on, let's see, sort by latest, show results. And what this does is it's scouring all of LinkedIn for any posts and looking for phrases that say hiring data analyst, posts that say that. So like, for example, the Daily Heart Tar Heel is hiring a data analyst. Now this is looking like it's more of a college job, which I don't think any of you guys were in college, but like, think about this. This was posted 2 minutes ago. So as of 2 minutes ago, they still needed a data analyst for this role, which makes it like super fresh and super available. Like here's another example from a recruiter. This one's in North Carolina. Wow. Lots of people in North Carolina. But you could actually reach out to this person. Like this person literally just said they're hiring a financial analyst role. This is 22 minutes ago. So as of 22 minutes ago, they did not have good enough candidates. Here's another example, a tax analyst, so a little less data analyst-y. So anyways, like you can go through and find really good opportunities. We've had a student, actually a teacher, a former math teacher, land a job at Royal Caribbean as a data analyst, which sounds like an awesome job. I love cruises. So like, I think that would be really cool. Oh wait, am I sharing my right screen? Okay, I'm sharing my right screen. Anyways, we have 30 seconds left, so I'll stop blabbering. But did that make sense? Give me like a yes or a thumbs up. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Spencer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's something that we cover in the boot camp, just like a different ways that we can try to find jobs. But also I teach that strategy a little bit more in depth in the webinar. So if you haven't seen that, you can go to datacareerjumpstart.com/trading. Anyways, it was really good to meet all of you guys. I'll see you back in the main room. Nice to meet you guys. Oh my goodness. Hello, you guys. How did it go? Let me know in the chat how it went over here on the right-hand side. I see thumbs up from Melody and Ashley, Barutala, Brandon. Awesome, you guys. Fantastic. Okay, what's one person you met who was really cool, or one thing that you learned that was really cool? I want to know what you guys met in the chat. Interesting perspectives. Julio shared a lot of information. Awesome. Julio is a DAA member and a really good person to to network with. So that's awesome. I'm glad you guys met Julio. That's super great. Julio shared amazing tips. That's awesome. Oh, wow. Michael and Patrick live 20 minutes. That's so crazy. I think you guys are both DAA members as well, which is absolutely crazy. So yeah, Julio just landed a data job from the Data Analytics Accelerator program as well. So hopefully, look at everyone talking you up, Julio. Shouts to Julio in the chat. That's awesome. Not as awkward as the first time. Great. A lot of support about the frustrations of applying. Yeah, totally amazing people and journeys. Amazing tips. Let's take a look. Lots of perspectives. Great community. ChatGPT, awesome. Very cool, Aksha. Met some people with SAP. Nice. Was great meeting everyone. Daniel has a whole autobiography. Awesome. That sounds pretty sweet. Let's see. Did Julius have a question? I don't know if Julius, if you had a question, you can unmute yourself if you'd like. A lot of the times people just press that button on accident, but if you have something to say, you can go ahead. If anyone else has something to say, you can raise your hand. There's like a hand button down here, and that will let you raise your hand. I'm just guessing that it was accident. Yeah, go ahead, Julius, if you want to. Okay, I think you just turned it off. Okay, cool. Let's see. We got 43. We got 72 people here. Awesome. Thanks you guys for being here. We're gonna do like a lightning round because I want to be respectful of your guys' time, but I still think it'd be good for you guys to meet one more section of people. Please make sure you have your LinkedIn so you guys can connect with each other after this call, right? Let me go ahead and set up these breakout rooms. Let's see. I'm going to do some shuffling. So some of you guys might be in the same room as people before. I apologize if that is the case. Once again, it is Google's problem, not mine, right? And let's go ahead and launch these rooms. The timer on this will be about 10 minutes. So it'll be a little bit faster than it was previously. Oh, there it is, 10 minutes. And we'll go ahead and open these rooms. So go ahead and click and we'll get you there, okay? Okay, the rest of you guys in this room, make sure you click join. So that way you make it to a room. Let's see here.
So I guess that could be my fun fact too. I always get joked about Alicia Keys. So I was really popular in the 12th grade. Let's see. I'm an outbound file coordinator. So I work with 834 and proprietary eligibility and claims files for a health insurance company. And I want to be in data so bad. I've taken a couple different programs. I live in Baltimore, Maryland. And was that all the questions?
I think fun facts. I don't know if you said that. Oh, no, you did. Sorry.
About my name. Okay, yeah.
Super good to meet you. That's awesome. I see the Alicia Keys, so that's great. All right, who's next?
I can go next. Yeah. Hi everyone. I'm Shweta. I'm a grad student at San Jose State University, majoring in data analytics. This is my first networking session ever, and I'm just trying to network with people, get along, and get to know each other and build a network in LinkedIn as well. So that's why I'm here. And fun fact about me is I learned swimming very recently. I am very scared of waters. Even if it is a 5 feet water, I just move away. So I just learned it this summer. So that's something, I mean, last summer, I'm sorry, I'm still in 2023. So yeah, that's about me. And really nice to meet you guys. Have my link in the chat window. Would love to connect with you all. Yeah.
Perfect. Great to meet
Great
you
to meet
as
you.
well. Did you did you say San Jose State? Is that what you said?
Yeah, that's right. I go
Okay.
to San Jose State. Yeah.
Very awesome. I'm learning to swim too. Maybe less because of like water phobias or something like that, but I'm trying to learn how to like actually swim like
Yeah.
long distance, and I'm so bad. I get so scared underneath the water, and I breathe and I freak out. So, anyways, I can relate.
That's right. Yes.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. Who's next?
I can go.
Next.
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, you go, please.
Okay. My name's Sierra. I just put my LinkedIn in the chat. I'm in Southern California for now, but I'm originally from New England. I moved out from New Hampshire. I'm a senior securities lending associate right now, so I've been in finance for the past couple years. I use data, but not in the way that I'd like to in my job. It's obviously a constant in my day-to-day, but I want to move more into process optimization and data analysis. I think that would be really great. And then I'm here to meet people. I'm really excited to network and kind of meet people all throughout this process. So very happy to get to meet everyone and get everyone's LinkedIn. And then my fun fact is that I've flown a plane before.
Wow. Are you a
That's
pilot?
usually a good one.
Wow.
Are you a pilot? Like, do you fly often, or is it just once?
No, my dad's a flight instructor. So he takes like the teeny tiny little like 2 to 4 people planes up. And once you're in the air, flying a plane is like just going as long as you don't like do anything crazy.
That's
Technically, I
awesome.
held the steering wheel. So.
That's great. Put that on your resume. I think that'll be good. Okay, sweet. Hanish or Hanesh, sorry, I don't know how to say your name. Go ahead. And thanks, Sierra. I appreciate you introducing yourself.
Yeah.
I know I've met you virtually before, Sierra, as well. Hanesh, go ahead.
Yeah. Hey, everyone. I'm Hanish. I'm from India. Fun fact: I have worked in an aircraft manufacturing company, so probably. Current title: Decision Optimization Lead and AI Lead at Agera Consultants. It's a company I founded around 9 months ago. My data journey started like around 1.5 years ago. I've studied in IIT Roorkee in a PGCP program where I've studied deep learning as well. So my current expertise lies in business analytics, production planning and control, mechanical engineering, process optimization, decision optimization, and so on. My reason for being here is to meet new people and make new career transitions into larger companies, and to also work on my personal branding. Yeah. So nice to meet you all.
That's awesome. Great. That's very cool. Congrats on starting the company. If you guys just heard what Hanish said and you have no idea what he's talking about, first off, don't worry that you're not alone. Process optimization and optimization in general is something that's not talked about a lot. I did talk about it today on LinkedIn, though, and my podcast episode today that came out was all about optimization. I actually did something pretty similar when I was at ExxonMobil. So I put a link in the chat if you guys haven't heard that episode to check it out. Okay. I don't know how to say your name properly. Is it Alia?
Aaliyah.
Aaliyah, I'm sorry. Aaliyah, go ahead. Introduce yourself.
I did share right before you came, but I can share again.
I missed it. Okay. Give me the quick notes.
Okay. So my name is Aaliyah, and I did post my LinkedIn. I'm from Houston, Texas, and I'm currently a 2nd grade teacher. And my fun fact that I shared was that I have a YouTube channel for kids. It's just like a little cartoon educational channel. And then I shared that I joined today because I'm in the early processes of trying to get into data. And I thought this would be a good opportunity just to kind of talk to people and see people that are on the same level as me, or maybe people who have been in it, maybe just to get some insight on if I'm on the right track and what things to do to kind of, make sure I make that goal, basically.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, thanks for being a teacher. That's absolutely incredible. My mom's a third grade teacher, so I understand how hard
Okay.
that can be and time consuming. I love to pull teachers to the dark side of analytics. Teachers are the number one customer for my boot camp. And it's awesome because honestly, they're such good people, and they're such good communicators and such good learners. They're usually able to do it quickly. Are you in Houston proper, or are you outside of Houston?
A little outside. I don't know if you've heard of Crosby, Texas.
I haven't actually, but I lived in Spring.
I used to live in Spring.
Okay, cool.
It's about 45 minutes from you know where Baytown is?
Yep. Okay.
Okay, it's really close to Baytown, probably like 10 minutes down the road from Baytown. It's very small, but
Okay.
and I'm from Baytown, but I just moved out here recently.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah. We've had lots of people from Houston area in the program. And we've had one teacher, I can't remember what she taught. I think it was like 5th grade, and she was from Katy. And she landed a job as a data analyst for her school district, actually. That's one of the strategies we use for teachers. Now, that's just a stepping stone. She'll eventually leave the education world, but that's just a stepping stone. I only have 1 minute left. And I was just thinking with Sierra and with Sunshine. First off, Sunshine, there are so many healthcare analyst roles that use insurance. Where are you located, Sunshine? I know we're going to run out of time, but I missed it.
In Baltimore, Maryland.
Okay. I don't know Baltimore right off the bat, but I know Humana has been hiring people like crazy recently. We've placed 2 students in Humana in the last quarter from our boot camp. So they're mostly in Kentucky, I think. But check Humana. And then Sierra, I think financial analyst roles, when you have like that finance background, would be really good. Or even like these, like they're called FP&A. It's like, what is it? Finance, planning, and accounting. There's some roles that might be good for you. I know I'm out of time. It was great meeting you all. See you back in the room. Okay. I know that was fast. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry. We had to do it quickly. I got to meet, who did I get to meet? I got to meet Sunshine, Sierra, Aaliyah, Harish, and some other people. Aaliyah, hopefully I got everyone in there. I can't remember, but they were awesome. It was so good to meet all of them. Sierra too. It was super good to meet everyone. I want to give you guys a chance to just throw your LinkedIn right now into the chat. I know it's going to be kind of crazy right now into the chat, but go ahead and throw your LinkedIn. Maybe throw a little something about you so people know that they like a little bit about you. Otherwise, it's just like a bunch of just crazy things. Okay, I want to talk about what Melody just said. If you guys saw Melody, Melody said joining DAA is definitely one of the best decisions I've ever made. If you've never heard of DAA before, it stands for the Data Analytics Accelerator. It is my boot camp. It is fairly affordable than other boot camps, and it's hands-on. We do activities like this every single week. I teach you all the skills that you need to know. I teach you all of the networking that you need to know, like all of your LinkedIn. I don't know if anyone was in the room with Anna earlier. She joins, I think, like a couple days ago, and she's done module 1. And this doesn't always happen. I can't promise this, but she was like, I already had 2 recruiters reach out to me just by going after module 1. That doesn't always happen. But you guys can check it out. If you guys enjoyed this, I think you'd enjoy the boot camp. There's 2 websites I want you guys to check out. One is right there. One's like the boot camp page where you can learn more about the boot camp, see our testimonials and stuff like that. And the other one's a webinar. It's about how to land a data job. I go in depth about how to build projects, how to find jobs on LinkedIn, stuff like that. So I'll put both those links in the chat below. If any of you guys have any questions about it, you can go ahead and put them in the chat or raise your hand. I'm happy to answer any questions that you guys have about it. And also, if any of you guys are in DAA and you guys have been enjoying it, feel free to talk about your experience in the chat. But I'll stay on. We do have a lot of people in our accelerator program in the audience. So yeah, if you guys want to say anything, go ahead. But I'll stick around for any questions that you guys have about the program. If you don't have any questions, thanks so much for coming. I'd love to have you at future events. So stay tuned to your email. just make sure you get my emails and my social media, and that's how I'll notify you about these events. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to raise your hand or put them in the chat. If not, I'll see you another time. I did see that there was one question. Let me see. I think it was from Melody, right? Let's see. Oh, Michael, curious, why did it go from DCJ to DAA? So I have Data Career Jumpstart, and that's like my company, but we actually do a lot of different things in Data Career Jumpstart. The boot camp that's specifically for first time landing your data job is called the Data Analytics Accelerator, and that's DAA. So that's the difference between DCJ and DAA. So that was a good question. Basically the same thing though, just trying to make it more focused. Other questions that you guys have, feel free to ask questions about, Mohi, go ahead. You can unmute yourself and ask.
Yeah, my question is, I'm rather new here, and thank you for extending this.
Yeah, of course.
Is the data analytics bootcamp really focused just on data analytics, or let's say other aspects of data management as a whole, as in passing through?
Yeah, it's a good question. So it's not only focused on data analysts. It is focused on like what I would call insight generation and descriptive analytics. So we're describing what has happened a lot of the time with statistics and with dashboards and graphs and stuff like that. A lot of our students land data analyst jobs, but a lot land financial analyst jobs, business intelligence engineering jobs, SQL database people, a few data governance, but not a ton. We don't really focus a ton. I mean, we talk about like data cleaning, and it's important to have clean data and the different types of data and stuff, which is all part of data governance and data management. But we are like really focused on insight generation. We don't focus very heavily on on predictive analytics. We do focus a little bit. We get into machine learning towards the end, just multivariate linear regression. So nothing too crazy from predictive analytics. So if you're trying to become like a data scientist, this will probably help you from networking and a project perspective, but we probably don't cover enough about machine learning in order for you to land a data scientist position. That being said, if anyone's going from scratch to a data position, I find that the majority of the time, these insight generation roles are usually the most tangible and easy to get. And once you get your foot in the door, after like 6 months, you can pivot in so many different places. So a lot of people would be like, yeah, I want to be a machine learning engineer. You know, I'm a teacher, I'm going to become a machine learning engineer. I'm like, that's going to take you 3 years probably. And I think you could become a data analyst much faster than that and then pivot later on. So does that answer your question, Mohi? There's probably a follow-up because I don't know if I did the best job. You good?
Right on point. Yeah, right on point.
Okay, great. Cool. Keep adding your questions and I'll take them as they go. If you guys are, feel free to head. I will get to, and I don't know how to say your name correctly, as Xiamei. Let me get to you in 1 second. Barutla asked, I'm from oil and gas. Any suggestions? There's lots of energy analyst roles. There's lots of opportunities in oil and gas for data roles. That's where I worked for ExxonMobil. There's lots of opportunities. A lot of the times oil and gas, you have to live in a certain area though. They are not friendly to remote careers, which is one of the reasons I had to leave. So if you're in the US, I don't remember where you're at, Barutula, but just know like there's certain cities. So for instance, in the US, landing a data job in oil and gas, you're going to live in Texas or Louisiana or Pennsylvania or California, if you're lucky, or if you're unlucky, depending on how you view California, I guess. So that's where I would try to focus. Okay, let's go to the raised hand question. And I don't know how to say your name. So tell me how I say your name correctly.
Hi, I'm Xiaomei.
Xiaomei. Okay, what's your question?
Yeah, nice to meet you. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I wonder, so because I'm a software engineer, before, and I also have a 6-year data science and about a 4-year data analyst in China. So now I'm studying computer science in UC Berkeley. I'm a senior student now. The market is so bad. Since I did a couple years, about 6 years data analyst, I wonder, do you think this will be an easy path than data science and computer science?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, so you have like all this background and experience in education. You're not necessarily coming from a non-technical background. So landing a data job will be easier for you. I don't want to downplay it. It'll always be hard. And excuse me, you'll have to use your network. You'll have to use a portfolio. But you could definitely land a data scientist job. A lot of the times I tell people to not try to land a data scientist job right off the bat, because you have to not only learn all of the stuff for like machine learning and algorithms and stuff like that, but you have to learn programming at the same time. And often the math and the programming proves to be too much to learn at once, and it takes too long. So that's why I don't recommend it to a lot of people at the end of the day, especially when you're transforming from a second career or like a non-technical background. But I mean, you're having the education, you have the background, you definitely can. It's obviously always going to be hard, but the more you use your network and the more you're able to show your experience, I mean, you already have work experience. So as long as that's on a resume and you have some projects on a portfolio, I think it could go well for you. Does that make sense? Does that answer your question?
Yeah, thank you so much. So how do I enroll your DDA camp?
Yeah.
I hope, yeah, I could learn more how to networking, how to build a relationship.
Yeah, for sure. So I'll put the links in the chat again. You can go to datacareerjumpstart.com, datacareerjumpstart.com/DAA, or there's a link for the, sorry, excuse me, or there's a link for the webinar right there. And I highly recommend checking out the webinar. I'll teach you some networking tips in the webinar. That's free as well. So check that out.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yep, no problem. Okay, I want to go to Emily because I saw her question in the chat. Emily, do you want to unmute and ask, or was it the same question that you had in the chat?
Yep, I just was wondering, for somebody who has like a non-technical background, so just for a little bit of background, I have a Bachelor of Science degree in German and International Studies and a Master of Arts degree in International Studies / Political Science. And it's just been a while with the math. So what's that looking like for me? Thank you for taking my question.
Yeah, no problem. So I actually think, and I mean, I like to think the math is not as hard as people make it out to be honest. So, for instance, in the Data Analytics Accelerator program, I teach from scratch. Like I said earlier, we've had like second grade teachers who maybe have been working on math, but maybe a little more simple math than we do in the Data Analytics Accelerator. But we teach from scratch, so there's like no worries there. In terms of like math that you have to know to become a data analyst, really, it's quite simple. A lot of it is just like averages, means, or I guess those are the same thing. Sorry. Maxes, minimums, counts. That's like a big chunk of it. Getting a little bit more advanced, you get into things like standard deviation, which is basically just like how much variance or like how much something varies basically. That's like a big chunk of it right there. The second half of it is going to be like logic, which honestly, if you can like do Sudoku, you'll be able to figure out, like it's not that big of a deal. And then the third one is getting more into statistics. The cool thing about statistics is the computer does the math for you. So it's not like you have to know, like I honestly could, like, for example, standard deviation is like something that's kind of basic. Off the top of my head, I could not tell you the formula for standard deviation. It's just not something I have to like worry about in a day-to-day. Like, and I can tell you like what standard deviation is and like why it's important, and like how different things affect it and stuff like that. But it becomes less about the math and more just like understanding the concept. So I think especially for landing your first data job, now that does get a little bit less true as you go up in the data world. So for example, like landing a data scientist role does require a little bit more math knowledge. But the cool thing is it's like you can become a data analyst, pretty low barrier to entry. And then if you want to expand, you can always learn on the job and like continue to learn as you go. So I wouldn't be too worried. Does that make sense?
Sure. Also, like, so when it comes to like regressions and stuff, that's not something I need to know going into the program. Is that something that you touch on, or is that more of like a data sciencey type thing?
Yeah, regression like sits right on the edge between, I guess, landing your first data job and what I'd say your second data job is. So we cover regression in our program. And then we cover multivariate linear regression, which a lot of people have touched on regular regression, but then we take it like a little bit step further and make it a little bit more complicated. And then that's about where we draw the line for like predictive analytics. That's used to predict stuff, right? And so we don't teach more than that in this program.
Thank you so much.
Yep, no problem. Okay. Let me see what other questions we have, and then I'll get to the people raising your hands. Go ahead and throw your LinkedIn in the chat if you want to. Okay, Barutla in Canada. Yeah, there's lots of upstream in Canada, especially towards the east side, kind of above, what's that called? North Dakota. Ask a mathematician. I am one. It's easy for the basic stuff. Awesome. Perfect, Daryl. Healthcare analytics, Rebecca. We have had people in healthcare that go through our program. I'm trying to think of someone. Is Tolupe still here? she's been working on transitioning into healthcare analytics. Okay, Alan says, Alan, do you want me to just read this, or do you want to unmute yourself?
Yeah, so I just wanna the thing is, for me personally, I'm starting off with a very high horizontal and vertical. So on the whole data lifecycle, I've done from data engineering all the way to advanced machine learning. And specifically, I am also doing a formal degree, and I'm also mostly self-taught. But the main issue I'm finding is that I'm trying to network and I'm not really sure how to. So, and I've already built a portfolio and website. So on the technical side, I've built a very robust framework, very advanced, even doing like deep quantum neural networks. So let's just say I know the things, but I think my main problem is trying to like get the employer to pay attention and like get resume, LinkedIn, and I've been mostly just confused on how to like get in, breaking in properly.
Yeah, it's a great question, Alan. And for those of you guys who just joined, I know I saw Robert here. Robert, we started an hour ago networking, and now we're just kind of doing a Q&A session at the end. But if you guys haven't connected with Robert on LinkedIn, great person to connect with. His LinkedIn was the last one there, so send him an invitation if you'd like. Okay, to answer Alan's question, here's the sad truth, Alan. When it comes to landing a data job, especially your first, your skills don't matter nearly as much as you think they do. And I'm saying you as in one skills. And the reason that is because it's only a third of the equation. You have to follow the SPN method, which is something I talk about: skills, portfolio, and network. You actually need all three to land your data job. And skills is just 1/3 of the equation. So most universities, most boot camps, most YouTube videos, most programs online, they only will teach you the skills, which is only going to get you a third of the way there. You need a portfolio and you need a network. And so that's one of the things I try to do. That's one of the foundations of the Data Analytics Accelerator, that we teach all three. I teach all three as well on my podcast. So for example, if you go to my podcast, I'll put the link in the chat down below. If you don't listen, go ahead and listen. It's called Data Career Podcast. I talk about networking quite a bit. So for example, episode 89, I think you'd really enjoy. It's about networking. 88 is how to work with recruiters. 85 is talking about to a career coach. Let's see. 83 is about building projects.
Very good projects.
Okay, where are they at?
GitHub.
GitHub's not good enough. And you have to listen to the episodes to explain why. But if they're not on your LinkedIn, if they're not on your resume, and if they're not story-based, then they're not going to be effective.
Okay, I guess the point is it's too technical. It's not really gonna translate into
exactly.
Yeah.
If I'm a recruiter or a hiring manager, I don't give a crap about your code. You have to explain what you did to me in like 10 seconds or less. Now, if you explain it well in 10 seconds or less, then I might spend a minute looking at it. And if you explain the next minute well, I might spend 10 minutes looking at your code. But I'm never going to look at your code for 10 minutes right off the bat. You have to earn that. And so you have about 10 seconds to make an impression. And usually doing that via storytelling is how you do that.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to move on. This will be the any last questions, put them in the chat. Put them in the chat right now because I have to go eat dinner with my wife and my baby. So Genk, Hunga, and Hanish, what questions do you guys have?
Can I go first?
Yep, go ahead.
Okay, I followed you on LinkedIn, and I don't know much about the data science and all of that stuff, but it seems like it's kind of a hot, sexy professions coming out in the recent job market. So, and I know you and I share the same professional background, which is a chemical engineering, and you also went to Georgia Tech to gain data science degree in the master's, right? I'm wondering what's your take on like as a going to graduate school to gain a degree in data science versus just attending a boot camp and then getting some perspective and go to job, because also for me and definitely experiences, it's better to go to college or university to get a more depth experiences. But in terms of the costs, it's also quite difficult to pay and due to like student debts and all of the stuff's going on right now. So that's what I would just like to hear your perspective and your take on.
Yeah. Okay. Great question. I'm going to give you a homework assignment if that's okay. The first one is just to go ahead and watch this video, this YouTube video right here. You can Google Avery Smith, Georgia Tech Masters or something like that, and it would probably pop up. This is my review of the master's program that I went through. And specifically at the end, I talk about whether you should do a master's or not. The other thing I would tell you is I talk about it a little bit with Elijah Butler in this episode of my podcast. It is, let me see, episode 87. The short answer is basically what you said. I mean, it's great because it's going to be a bulletproof thing on your resume. But remember that skills is just 1/3 of the equation. You still need a portfolio and you still need a network. I have people in my program who got master's degrees, the same master's degree as me, and they couldn't land a job. And we go through about like how to set up your LinkedIn, how to set up your portfolio, how to set up your resume, because all those things are going to be missing from a master's. So yeah, it takes a long time. It's expensive, but it looks good on a resume. Boot camps faster, often cheaper, often more applicable. And anyways, watch those two things. And then if you have more questions, you can send me an email or something like that. Okay, Hanish. Yeah, no problem. Hanish, go really quickly. And then Mohi, if you can put it in the chat, that would be great if you have a follow-up question. Hanish, go ahead.
Thanks, Avery. Yeah, I'll be quick. So earlier you were responding to Alan and you said to focus on the storytelling part as well and simplifying things for the recruiters so as to catch their attention. Yes, so in my projects, I focus a lot on data storytelling to give the viewer, to make it accessible for a wide range of audience. But presenting that on LinkedIn due to its space constraints or whatever is something that finding a little trouble with. Anything that you can.
Here's what I'll tell you. Go study Courtney Ballard's LinkedIn profile, everyone. Courtney Ballard is one of my students who went through my program. Courtney landed a very good senior level job from being a high school math teacher. So go check out Courtney Ballard's profile. Courtney's awesome. Check her out. Yep. So Courtney went through my program. She was a